How we doing, people? Welcome back to Riley's World TV. Big up on the damn self. Welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We have a nice one today. You know what I mean? Nice one today, people. Welcome to the stream. You know what I mean? Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for joining in. Uh, why do we have a nice one today, people? We have a nice one today simply because tomorrow, which I should probably say Friday, because of the different time zone with people. You know what I mean? So I should probably say Friday. 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 The Premier League is back. What a fantastic thing to say. Fantastic statement to make. You know what I mean? Friday, we are in treat to taking in the Premier League where Arsenal open its defense. You know what I mean? Proper defense. Taking on Coventry. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. How y'all feeling? This is what it's about. This is what we've been waiting for all season, people. You know what I mean? We've been waiting for this. Arsenal is ready for the defense of their title, in spite of what anybody want to say. The preparation has been made. We are here and we are ready. You know what I mean? Lots of speculations, lots of a whole heap of team. People think that it's probably up for grabs because they think that Arsenal haven't done enough. But if y'all think Arsenal haven't done enough, look around. Look at the other teams in the league and tell me where you think they stand a chance against this Arsenal Football Club. People, Mikel Arteta is a vibrant new manager that is looking to make history in this game. You know what I mean? And there's no way, shape, or form he's going to settle for nothing but the best. You have to understand the transfer market is open. And it being open don't mean that we're going to get everything that we want or that we need to boost this team and make it better. You have to understand that we have a fantastic team and we need a certain type of players to make it better. It's not any and every players. Some players may be fantastic in what they do, but do they fit the profile in what we need them to do? These are some of the things that we need to look into, and these are some of the things that we're going to be looking into, right? So make sure you guys are smashing them likes. Make sure you guys are subscribing if you're new, and make sure you are sharing to your friends and your foes. You know what I mean? If they're not an Arsenal fan, because we need to be pushing this into everybody's zone. Big up everybody. Ozzy in the building. Ozzy say hello, Farah. I ain't gonna lie, Ozzy. You always have the most prestige introduction or title for me, I should say. You know what I mean? Say hello, Farah of the panel. Spurs are going to be cream of the crop come May. What a transfer window we've had. Hey, Ozzy, no joke about it. Spurs been having a fantastic transfer. You know what I mean? And they're still in for two more people. They're still in for two more. You know what I mean? One of them, I can't remember the other one name, but one of them right now is, well, both of them is from Manchester City. You get me? Both of them is from Manchester City. Savinho that they've been after for the past 2 seasons or 3 seasons. For the past 2 seasons, I think. They're still after Savinho. You know what I mean? The Brazilian. And who knows? They might just as well get him as well, because Savinho is not a prominent part of Manchester City Football Club. You know, so he might want to leave to go find some more guaranteed football. You get me? Yeah, he might want to leave to go find some more guaranteed football. So it's a possibility that Spurs might be heading. It's a fantastic window for Spurs. You know what I mean? Fantastic. Richard Garlick was speaking and they asked Richard Garlick if he was kind of, you know, not so many words, happy that Spurs stays up so the North London derby can continue. And he said he was delighted, you know what I mean, to have the North London derby continuing and so forth. Me, I'm not so delighted. I could have been done without the North London derby for a couple seasons, people. I'm going to be honest. You know what I mean? I could have do without the North London derby for a couple seasons because look at the season, look at the transfer window that Spurs is having, and they have a manager that's not a fluke manager either. You know what I mean? The Zerbi is not a fluke manager. He's a manager that can cause some problems. He can cause issues. And you can see what he's doing right now in the transfer window. It's like he's building a whole new team. Brand new, from scratch. You know what I mean? So let's see what kind of challenge Spurs can put up this season, and let's see how well they actually manage to do this time around. You know what I mean? Yes. So yeah, that is Spurs and their transfer. They have to try to take themselves out of that relegation. That they've been in that relegation battle for 2 seasons in a row. You know what I mean? 2 seasons in a row. And you can't be a member of the Big Six fighting relegation. You're fighting going down. You know what I mean? When the other teams are fighting to win the championship. You get me? So right there, you're at a crossroad. You know what I mean? And you need to figure out which way to go. You know what I mean? That's just my advice to Spurs, and I think they're looking up, and they're trying their very best to make sure that they have an identity, a proper direction in where they're planning to head in the future. So hey, Spurs has been doing fantastic in the transfer window, and we have to tip our hats off to them. You know what I mean? Not going to tell you that we're going to wish them all the best because they're rivals. You don't wish rival all the best, but they've been making some fantastic signings for them. You know what I mean? Those signings may not be fantastic for other clubs, but those signings are some fantastic signings for them, as in Spurs. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. Spurs, do your thing. Do your thing. Manchester City also been doing some business in the transfer market. You know what I mean? Boyadi is still on Manchester City radar. Remember, you know, Manchester City just lost their midfield maestro, you know what I mean, to Barcelona, and that significantly weakened their squad. You can see how significantly weak their squad is because of from the Community Shield. You know what I mean? Arsenal totally dominated that game. You know what I mean? It was like men against boys in that game. Community Shield against Manchester City. The game was over before it even started. 24 minutes was all 20. Oh man, I'm saying 24 minutes. My bad, California. 24 seconds was all it took for Arsenal to open up that Manchester City defense through the midfield. You know what I mean? Rodri is not there anymore. They don't have that dictator. They don't have that presence. They don't have that maestro in the midfield, in the middle of the park. You get me? So it's a gap that needs to be filled. And it's not a gap that can fill with any and everybody. We're talking about Rodri now, right? Remember good. We're talking about Rodri. So Manchester City is doing the unthinkable. Well, it's not the unthinkable because they're doing it. They are trying to fill that gap with another phenomenal player. You know what I mean? Fantastic player. You know what I mean? Enzo is a fantastic player in his own rights. You get me, from Chelsea. And they are trying to get that player to fill the boots that is left void by Rodri. Can he do it? Is yet to be asked or yet to be seen, because number one, he hasn't arrived there yet, and number two, he has all the potential in the world but has not shown that level yet. You know what I mean? There's so much things that's hampering this game from getting there. One, he's a little bit hot-headed at times, and I guess that's a part of the Argentine breed, right? I would probably say that because these Argentina players, with the exception of Messi, you know what I mean, tend to be a little bit hot-headed. So let's see. Chelsea had put a deadline on that transfer, you know, with 120 mil. as the target with a deadline on that transfer that didn't seem to phase Manchester City at all. You know what I mean? It's like Manchester City looking into this thing and wondering, what the hell is Chelsea putting a deadline on transfer what we're supposed to pay them or not? You know what I mean? I guess Chelsea trying to be a big team. You know what I mean? Trying to show dominance in the transfer market. Well, Chelsea is a dominant force in the transfer market because they sell well. You have to give them that. They do sell very well. So they had given Manchester City a deadline. Well, not Manchester City. Any club who wants to buy Enzo, they have given them a deadline which has already passed. No club really paying any attention to that situation that they were talking about. You know what I mean? So it has passed. And it being passed, you'd have think that that transfer would have gone. Finito. You know what I mean? But it is not so. Manchester City seems to be still interested in that transfer happening. And it is understandable because Manchester City do need a cream of the crop midfielder. And probably Enzo is the player to lead them into that. We may never know, but we will definitely find out. We will find out. So let's see how that transfer progress. Let's see what happened with that transfer going forward. What else do we have to report in terms of transfer? Probably not a lot, right? So we're going to go straight into the meat of the matter. We're going to be going straight into Arsenal business. You know, Arsenal business is our business, people. You all need to remember that at all times. There's so much things that's been going on today. The press conference of Mikel Arteta was done today. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. That press conference was done today. The press conference of Coventry and Frank Lampard, that was done yesterday. You know what I mean? That was done yesterday. So both coaches have spoken. And both coaches have shown each other very much. They've shown each other respect. You get me? So you can't even go around that. Respect was shown, and you know what I mean, we have to acknowledge and understand that situation. You understand what I'm saying, people? So yeah, Mikel Arteta has spoken, you know what I mean, and one of the questions that he was asked was about Miles Lewis Kelly. And they asked if he's sure Miles Lewis Kelly will not be sold in this transfer window. And he replied, 100%. That is a relief. That is well received from the Arsenal faithful, from Arsenal Football Club and Arsenal football fans, you know what I mean, of Arsenal Football Club. Because that transfer wasn't going down well with us at all. You know what I mean? We were not appreciating the fact that Miles was being linked or keep on being linked away to Arsenal Football Club. Miles is a talented boy. You know what I mean? Miles is very talented, man. And the fact that he has been linked away so much, you know what I mean, to the likes of your arch rival. You know what I mean? Oh, you feel like you're going to sell Miles Lewis Kelly and sell him to Chelsea or Manchester United? Make that make sense. Or you want to sell Miles to Chelsea or Manchester United? So you want to straighten the enemies to come and beat you up? No. That makes no sense. Remember when Romero was linked with Arsenal? You know what I mean? What Tottenham said will never happen. You get me? Tottenham said that not gonna happen, you know? So when you take on the mind off of that, take that out on the brain, it not gonna happen. And it did not happen. You know what I mean? How genuine that links was, I don't know. But the fact that Tottenham said now gonna happen and it never happened, that goes to show you that, guess what? They're not trying to strengthen their rival to come and beat them up. You know what I mean? No. You get me? So Miles Lewis Kelly constantly been linked to away from Arsenal Football Club was always a no for me. That just never make no sense. Never make no sense, none at all. You know what I mean? Big up AF. Big up AAVFC. Aston Villa. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Say Rasclat. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's what he does do. Alright, anyway. He said, took cancer from me club. Virgin. Hey, my thing is this. Y'all should have given us Cancer a long time ago, bro. I don't understand why y'all hold on so long. Cancer could have been involved in this team already. You know what I mean? Cancer could have been involved in the preparation and all of this shit already. You know what I mean? But Unai Emery decided to hold on to Cancer for so long, knowing him still have to sell wheat. You know what I mean? Never made no sense. Never made no sense. But guess what? We needed a player like Cancer, to be honest with you. We needed a player like Cancer. So massive respect. As Toxic in the building, big up Toxic. Toxic said, thanks for Cancer. That is it. You understand me? I say? Thanks for Cancer. We needed that type of player. You know what I mean? We needed that type of player. But it is what it is what it is, man. AVFC say you were offering crumbs. Hey, we have a value that we value players. We have things that we put in place, and that's the situation. We know what we want, and we know what we want to pay for who we want. You know what I mean? Cancer wasn't that 60-70 million dollar bargain there that y'all wanted. You know what I mean? Number one, we wanted him for a specific purpose and a specific reason. We wanted him to cover William Saliba while William Saliba was out. You know what I mean? And him covering William Saliba while when William Saliba come back and is fully fit. We all know who's going to start. You know what I mean? There will be only one starter when that happens. You get me? So we never wanted to overspend, even though we actually still did. You know what I mean? But we never wanted to overspend too much on a player that is not going to be a first team player. Imagine spending something up on a player that's going to be mostly on the bench. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We know and understand. Say that's a crazy gesture, but you know what I mean? Yeah. Still not over the line. Yeah, man, that done, man. Medical done, man. It is over the line. Medical is done and all of that. It's just not been announced yet, but it is done. They might do it tomorrow at the Emirates. You know what I mean? Being that they have a kickoff tomorrow at the Emirates. So it might be unveiled tomorrow just before kickoff, like they unveil Bruno before the kickoff of a game. You know what I mean? So that might be the situation. So he might get a warm welcome. You know what I mean? One of the most exciting welcome there is. You know what I mean? Imagine you being welcomed at the beginning of the season, at the first game of the season, at home. You know what I mean? Imagine that. That's mad. You know what I mean? And with them unveiling him like that, you know what I mean? That should give him the boost to go out and perform, fight for the badge. You know what I mean? Real fight for the badge. You know what I mean? Which I think he will be, because whenever I put on Aston Villa uniform or football jersey, whatever it is, he normally always put in a shift. He normally always fight for the badge. So we're expecting the same thing for him in an Arsenal shirt, and probably even more, because he have big players running. You know what I mean? Superstars running. You know what I mean? And he have a team where have a challenge for everything. So him going to want to make sure him put in the work, you know what I mean, that he don't become a bench player. What Cancer need to do is this now. Cancer need to fight with every fiber in his body to make sure when Saliba come back, Saliba for work for that position. That's what he needs to do. You know what I mean? He needs to fight with every fiber in his body. So when Saliba come, he doesn't just walk back into the team. He must have to earn it. You get me? So we're looking forward to that, you know. We're looking forward to that. But good signing. Y'all cheat us with Morgan Rogers. So, you know what I mean? It was just fear that we come back for somebody from y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all went to the overspenders and have them offer y'all a certain amount of money and then come back to us and say, okay, we're being offered this. Can you match it? Knowing very well that we ain't going to spend so much money on a player. You know what I mean? So, y'all have cheated us a little bit. So, in some, with that deal. You know what I mean? And sell the player that we've been after the whole transfer window right underneath our nose. So, hey, fear is fear, man. Fear is fear. England International is worth 50 million plus. As I said, we need him for a specific purpose. So that wasn't a part of the deal. But nevertheless, y'all still got 51 for him. So, kudos to y'all. You know what I mean? Kudos to y'all. 34 mil was embarrassing offer. It's our evaluation, man. But y'all got 54, y'all got 51, so it's okay. Fair enough. My club has been rapid. Cancer, talisman, possible Watkins, I say the same thing, man. I'm looking at Aston Villa this season and I'm wondering, what the hell Aston Villa doing? Why? Why are they selling everybody? You know what I mean? Are they not trying to compete? Does Unai Emery think that he can work such a miracle with these new players that he's bringing in, turning them into superstar and actually challenging for competitions? You know what I mean? When you see Watkins, where Watkins is linked to where? Saudi? Imagine being linked to Saudi. Watkins is being linked to Saudi. You know what I mean? And he's considered doing it. You know what I mean? He's considered doing it. What the hell is going on? What is going on with Aston Villa? You know what I mean? The financial situation can never ever be that bad. I don't think the financial situation is that bad, man. I don't think the financial situation is that bad for you to be selling all your first team players. You know what I mean? I thought y'all might lose 1 or 2 players, but y'all losing everybody, bro. Y'all pretty much having a brand new squad. You know what I mean? Why y'all taking it that far? You get me? I don't understand why y'all taking it that far. AVFC said exactly, bro. Joking. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I never expect that from Aston Villa, though. I thought Aston Villa was going to be one of them problem clubs that was going to straighten, you know what I mean, and cause even more problem than they did last season. And trust me, Aston Villa caused some problem last season. You know what I mean? Remember, Aston Villa was in the top 4 for quite a few. They were in the top 4 for a little bit. They caused some problems last season. You know what I mean? So, hey. No, I am intrigued. I am very much intrigued this season to see what you guys offer. I'm intrigued to see what you guys offer because let me see if Unai Emery is just trying to flex his muscle. You know what I mean? Test his strength. You know what I mean? To show people that he's probably one of the best. His name should be calling up there with one of the best coaches in the world. I don't know. But if he manage to do something good with this team that he has now, that's some muscle flexing right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's some Johnny Bravo kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's some Johnny Bravo kind of shit, man. That's Popeye the Sailor Man kind of shit. Eating his vegetable and beating up Bruno. You know what I mean? Yeah, so if Unai Emery pull this off, bro, my respect to him. Mad respect too. Not only just a joke. You see me? Not only just a joke. Big up yourself, Toxic. Big up yourself. Gotta run. Come on, you gunners. Big up yourself, Toxic. We will be back again later on. Talisman had a release clause and Kansa wanted the move. There was no choice. Well, I know Talisman had a release clause. You know what I mean? Kansa wanted the move, but there was no indication that he was kicking up a fuss to do it. You know what I mean? We didn't get any indication from neither Arsenal nor Aston Villa that we didn't get a transfer request or anything like that. You know what I mean? That he wanted to move in that manner. You know what I mean? So we thought that it was something that would probably be dead and just not go anywhere. You know what I mean? Only to get up and they tell us that, okay, guess what? Here we go. You know what I mean? The year we go. We know it's always said that, okay, we're in for him. But being in for him and actually actually doing the damn thing, it was, you know what I mean? It was different. Apparently, he was refusing to play. Ah, okay. So that's what was happening behind the scene. Got you. But I don't think it was true. I think he probably wanted to go. He probably let them know that he wanted to go, but there was no indication that he was putting up a fight or he was fussing to leave. You know what I mean? There was no indication showing any fuss at all that he was refusing to do this or refusing to do that. Y'all know media, man. Media is ruthless. And if there was any signs of that, it would have get caught by someone and it would have been out there fully. You know what I mean? I didn't get that from nowhere. Nowhere did I see showing that kind of vibes about this situation. So I don't know how true that was. You know what I mean? Yeah, people make up story, and that's probably one of them make up story. What you think about our new goalkeeper? Suzuki. Suzuki. I know this. Y'all have a brand new car. Y'all have a brand new car. You know what I mean? One of them old veteran brand. You get me? Suzuki. Suzuki cars are normally kind of small, you know. Look like a keeper. You know what I mean? But guess what? All fun and joke aside though. Suzuki did well in the World Cup. You know what I mean? He was okay. You know what I mean? Japan did well. So did he. You know what I mean? He make a name for himself. And that's the first black man I ever seen in a Japanese team though. You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird looking at Suzuki as a Japanese. But guess what? Football is universal and football break all boundaries and all barriers. You see that? That is what's going on. That is what's going on. That is what's going on. But yeah, I think y'all have a yeah. I mean, like y'all took him right from underneath PSG nose too. You know what I mean? Y'all took him right from underneath PSG nose. PSG had a jet on the way for Suzuki when the transfer went down. You know, PSG had a jet on the way for Suzuki when the transfer collapsed. You get me? So it was a keeper that they truly wanted. My thing is this. I think they didn't have any direct or any genuine pathway for Suzuki in how he was going to be a part of what they have going. And you know, every player wants to play football. You know what I mean? Every player wants to play football. Big up Jay Alton. Big up Jay Alton. As an Arsenal fan, I'm going for a 6-1 Arsenal as my prediction tomorrow. The same scoreline in the EFL Cup third round back in 2012 when we played them at the Emirates that time. I ain't gonna lie though. Jay, nah, I gotta lie. Who was their coach at that time? How ambitious was the coach at that time? We have to look at scenarios. We have to be real about this whole situation. Lampard is a hungry man. Lampard has come to the Premier League, I think, twice or so and failed, right? Yes, failed a couple times. You get me? And I don't think he had the intention to come and fail. I mean, I say Arsenal now win. But that scoreline, the way I talk about, bro, that's a crazy scoreline. I'll take it though. I ain't gonna lie. I will take that scoreline all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Yeah, I'll take it. I will take it. But it is a crazy scoreline, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is a crazy scoreline. You know what I mean? But guess what? If Arsenal open up their campaign with a 6-1 demolition of Coventry, the league need to stand up and take note. They need to be afraid. Very, very afraid. I'm being honest and real. If we open up our campaign with a 6-1 demolition, remember, we understand that Coventry is coming from the championship. We do understand that. But have you guys seen their record? I think they only lose must say one game, right? I think they only lose must say one game. I think them come up short, I must say 4 points are the maximum point that you can get from the championship. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. You know what I mean? They have been playing some fantastic football under Frank Lampard. You get me? And as I mentioned before, Lampard have a point for prove because people think that Lampard can do it in the English Premier League. I for one think so. Every time he come up and get better. And bring him own team this time. It's not like him get a team. And bring him own team. This team is Frank Lampard identity, you know. You know what I mean? So, him talk, you know. Frank Lampard has spoken. He say, yo, you know, come to make up numbers. He come to compete. He never really getting at the prediction of winning or losing. But he said he wanted to make sure that he competed. That's what Frank Lampard said. So don't by no means feel like this is going to be a walkover. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think they're going to lose. Of course, we're going to beat them. You know what I mean? And even if we do beating them that convincingly, Jay, it's not going to be an easy game. Some black eye. Arsenal are going to come out of the game with some black eyes. You know what I mean? They're going to get some thump up face. Something going to go down. But it's just not going to be like a roll in the park. You get me? Yeah, I don't know if we have it. We don't know if we finish as that clinical. If we score 6 goals like that either. But as I said, Arsenal to the flipping world. We have to do it. We have to do it. AVFC instead reflects like a cat. Yes, Suzuki. That is Jay said Arshavin, Giroud, Axel and Chamberlain, Miguel and Walcott, 2 goals. I understand. And we're talking about what game was that? Was that in the FA Cup or what was it? EFL? Right, so it's a Carling Cup game. You have to understand. AFC, big up your damn self, AFC. Are we ready for the game tomorrow, AFC? Are we ready for the game? You know we're going to do the prediction lineup and all of that later on. You know what I mean? We have to. We have to. Because we have to find out what kind of team we think Arsenal are going to start, you know. We have to find out what kind of team we think Arsenal are going to start. We're just there freestyle on some transfer somewhat. You know what I mean? And AVFC, you know what I mean, team. Aston Villa, you know what I mean, selling away their whole life savings. We're just trying to make sense of that and all of that. You know what I mean? So guys, remember, when you hit the like button, man, hit the like button for me, alright? Remember if you like the channel, man. It helps. It helps. It helps. It does help. You know what I mean? So hit the like button, like the stream, you know what I mean? And make we talk. Make we talk. We have talked about Enzo Fernandez. Is it Enzo Fernandez that Chelsea player? Yeah, where him links to Manchester City. You know what I mean? And Boadi linked to Manchester City. You know what I mean? They're still to ramping up their midfield. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. We're going to talk about Miles Lewis Kelly. We have to talk about Miles Lewis Kelly, bro. Have to. You know what I mean? It's not a joke situation over here. We have to talk about Miles Lewis Kelly, people. But let's talk a little bit about Enzo Fernandez situation again. You know what I mean? Chelsea has given them a deadline and tell them they need to sign the player by this time, on this day, at this minute, and by this second. Well, they're never going to extreme still, but I don't understand the matter about. Chelsea play like them a big club, you know. They play like them a giant in this shit. That's what Chelsea do. Chelsea play like them a giant. Oh, you go and look upon Manchester City and talk about you are going to give them a deadline to sign this player or else. You know when the mother talk to you and say, make sure you come back. Hey, people. I don't know. And then y'all go with some strict parents. You know what I mean? Some parents are going like them always big and bad and boast. We always want to just give a beer talk as a kid. Yeah, man. Them parents say, hey, look here. I send it to shop. And if I spit on the ground and it dry before you come back, y'all know. Yeah. We don't know them parents say. And that Chelsea do to Manchester City, you know. Chelsea try build Manchester City, you know. You get me? I tell them, say them need to buy the player by this time, this hour, this minute, this second, or else. And Manchester City just kiss them teeth. Manchester City just kiss them teeth. You get me? I say? And that one. AFC said this season we need to finish teams off in the first half. My prediction is 4 Coventry 0. That look like a more realistic scoreline, AFC. That scoreline they look like something we can talk about. So we're gonna talk about the scoreline further up. Let me put up that card. That scoreline they look more realistic. That scoreline they may talk about. Alright? No, I know that. Hold on, let me miss it. Let me say what's alright. Yeah man, and that scoreline that we're talking about. So we're gonna talk about that scoreline in a second. We're gonna finish what I'm gonna say. Jay said EFL Cup 3rd round game against Coventry back in 2012. You see how long that? Coventry probably not even good them time. You see how long that? That is what I'm talking about. AFC said like, share, tell a friend and subscribe people. You wanna do the damn thing now, man? Listen to what AFC is saying. Him know what I'm talking about, you know. Him is an Arsenal fan. So therefore him know football. Like, share, call a friend, tell a friend, do that damn thing there. You know what I mean? And make we talk about the football game. That is it. That is it. So, as me not talk about the Chelsea situation and the Manchester City. So, Manchester City need a midfielder, you know, people. They need that midfielder. And I understand, say, they're going to try get him. But I just think that Manchester City was not going to be belittled by Chelsea giving them a deadline to get Enzo Fernandez. That's what I think. They were not willing to be belittled by little Chelsea giving them a deadline to buy a player. Chelsea out order for that. Chelsea wrong for that. You get me? Yeah, them wrong for that. But guess what? I still feel like Manchester City are going to get a player. Because Fernandez is going to go at Manchester City. Right now, Manchester City is a bigger club than Chelsea. You know what I mean? Even without Pep. Or so them think, right? I don't know. Well, we're talking about two bomb team anyway. Anyway, AFC said we have played Coventry twice since they came back into the Prem. We played them before and won 6-1 and 4-0. 10-1 on aggregate. I understand that. I do understand that. But we're talking about a Coventry team that is managed by a different type of manager. We're talking about a Coventry team with a manager that is hungry to win. We're talking about a Coventry team with a manager that looking at his peers. Some people when play football with in the likes of Mikel Arteta. Remember now, Mikel and Arteta play in the same Premier League era. And him looking at Mikel Arteta managing a Arsenal team, winning a title in the likes of the Premier League, being successful. At that, him a look pan his success. And him hungry. Him a starve. Him want that too. You get me? Him want that too, people. You have to understand. It's that burning hunger, desire that these. Just look at the coaches. I don't understand why people feel like this league, even though they're saying, okay, Mikel Arteta. Why is people saying that Mikel Arteta is the longest serving manager in the Premier League? They figure that David Moyes is still here? I think they're just forgetting, you know. I think they mean to say the big six, eh? Yeah, I think they mean to say the big six. But people tend to forget that all these managers that are here now are the same age bracket. They are around the same age bracket. Some of them grow together in the likes of Areola, if that's his name, Arteta, and Xavi Alonso. Grow together. I bridging them and neighbor them in Spain. So the rivalry go sick. The rivalry go sick. And we're not even talk about the brother down at Chelsea. Because him and Arteta a friend too. You think Arteta go want and friend them beat him? Remember this now. Arteta is the one that orchestrate the exit without a title upon him final season. I mean, like, not without a title, without a Premier League title. On his final season in the likes of Pep Guardiola and Arteta orchestrate that, you know. That hurt, you know. Don't feel like Pep, don't feel like the Pep feel that, you know. The only reason why Pep had to leave and not try to defend that what Arteta doing now is because he was pressured by his family. Because he promised them from the season before that he would have leave football. But he wanted to win the title one more time. He promised him to spend some time with his family. But he wanted to leave the title, to win the title before he go. He wanted to leave as a champion. Keep on telling people that. Keep on telling people that. AFC said Frank Lampard is a championship manager at best. What did he do at Chelsea as manager? Nothing. Got sacked. But to be honest with you, AFC, we have to understand that Chelsea is a different caliber. Chelsea is a different club. You know what I mean? Chelsea situation kind of different. You get me? Chelsea not giving a manager a chance. As a matter of fact, he wasn't even a manager at Chelsea. He was a coach. He never have no talk. He never have no say. He just take what they give him and use what they give to him. Alonso is one of the first managers that have say in what's going on at Chelsea. You know what I mean? Frank Lampard never get the privilege that he have. That's something there. What them I talk about. You know what I mean? At Chelsea Football Club. I would say, let's start Frank now with Coventry. It doesn't have to be a big name team like Chelsea. Let's judge him now with Coventry, where he has players that he trusts. He has owners that trust him. And he have a team where him believe in. Him have players that trust him. You know what I mean? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. No. I will agree with you now and say this. If he fail with this Coventry team, he is a championship manager. You know what I mean? And we can be honest and brutal with the situation. If Frank Lampard fail with this Coventry team that he have, with the record that he come with, we can probably say, okay, you know what? Frank, you are a championship manager. You can't manage the Premier League. But let's not write him off yet. Because I do think after this Arsenal game, it's not gonna make sense. I don't feel like I'm gonna beat. I don't feel like. I know he's not gonna beat me. He's not gonna beat me, but he's gonna introduce himself. Put it away there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he might introduce himself. Jojo, big up yourself, Jojo. Big up yourself, people. Please make sure you're liking the stream. All right, put a like on the stream, people. All right, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Jojo Samaraska won European and Club World Cup trophies at Chelsea. Arteta PGMO league title doesn't come close. What was the Europa League? What was the European League he won again? And what is the world title regard as to these football people again? I don't know. When you can let me understand that, then we can talk about it. But the Europa League that went win, can you tell us what it is? And the World Cup title where nobody don't really care about. Make we know about that again. You get me? Yeah, make we understand it. And then we can talk. Ibrahimovic is the best owner I've ever seen. He was ruthless, sacked about 15 managers, but 122. That man that crook here. That brother is a criminal, bro. You understand what I say? That brother is a criminal. You know what I mean? A be under the cover bookworks him though. Him can't Arsenal for win sometimes, you know. Because him did them undercover bookworks and take like either Hazard, William, and some of them players that were supposed to come at Arsenal. We don't even talk about that Jugs addict there. That one that we just come back from banning. You know what I mean? Yeah, that one that we just come back from banning. I want to pass something that brother that go on with, man. We not going to pick up him. He was a ruthless manager for Chudo. That brother is sick in his brain. Ruthless to the core. Honestly speaking. Kian Juice at Spurs. Big up yourself, fam. Big up yourself. Your team are going hot, you know, brother. What go on with your team? What go on with your team, Kian Juice? Nah, tell a lie. Tottenham move like them actually want to win the league, but it's not. Them a move like. Don't get me wrong. Them just a move like. We still a talk about Spurs. But nevertheless, them a move good in the market. You understand me? I say, yes, fam, Kane Juice. Them a move good in the market. You get me I come from? Yeah, man, them a move good in the market, man. I like how them a move. You see me? We not say we don't want the London derby for about a season or two. I always say that. You know what I mean? I always say we could have did without the London derby for a season or two. So, me not say we go and watch in the front of the championship. So, me one of them who want to get relegated, bro. Too much team in London, man. You can't agree with me. Too much team in London. London teams find it harder for win the league because too much teams in London. Too much London pride of a fight for. We have to fight too much London teams, and all of these London teams always are a fight. It's like the fight get harder when we play against London. When it becomes a London rival, the fight is harder. So this is what me say. Make Manchester City and them team that get some rival, man. Make some of them team that come up from the championship and fight them, and some of them London team that go down and give away a break. That was my take. You know what I mean? But Spurs decide otherwise. Spurs decide say them not go down, brother. You know what I mean? Spurs say we're not going down. Spurs decide say them not go down and them stay up. And them stay up. And trust me, them will make the transfer market feel it. No joke. Them will make the transfer market feel it. Yo. What me want to know is this, Ken Juice. I want to find the island of the stadium. The new stadium want to move. Island I need that. That new stadium want to hot now. Is oil under there. Because you not move like the island I need the stadium. They will not spend money, brother. You not move like Ibrahimovic. The Chelsea crook there. You know what I mean? Yo, the man, they must spend money like a crazy. But not even a joke about it. The money not normal where they must spend. We spending the money for me. Yeah, bro, now spend money, man. I want to get it from though. That me want to ask you know. I want to get them the money from, brother. That me want to ask you know. Where the hell y'all get those money from? That is it. People, like the stream here. Remember to hit the like button over there, sir. You get me? The likes are just 6 like people. I want it more than with it. You know what people passed already? And we just have 6 like, man. Come on, man. We cannot reason on no one like it stream. I don't like history, man, if we are reason, man. Do the damn thing, man. Do the damn thing. AFC say, you know what's funny? We get called, you never win a European trophy. Truth is, yes, we have win the Fair Cups and the cup, winning cups in Europe. When I think they say that, AFC, the thing about it, I think they just mean about recently. I'm not even worried about when they say we have not won a European trophy, because I really think they're talking about the Champions League. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? I honestly think they're talking about the Champions League. So I'm not really worried about the other leagues that they're talking about. And this is what I always say to them. We're not going to win the other leagues because we don't really compete in them. We're always in the Champions League. You know what I mean? So we're not going to win the Europa League. We're not going to win the Conference League. We're not going to win those because we don't compete in those. You know what I mean? So they can all they want. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine. We have big fish that we try, a grouper we are trying to catch. We're trying to catch grouper while they are the friggin' seaside trying to catch sprats. You get me? Sprats them I try to catch, man. A grouper we're trying to catch big fish, bro. Cream of the crop kind of fish. You get me? Yeah. That's where the thing is at. Tottenham getting the money from Beyonce concert. My yard try to disrespect Tottenham, I'm a neighbor, Be careful. My yard talk to my neighbors, bro. Big up my neighbors, Tottenham. Chelsea under Ken Bates as the owner were rubbish. The only owners that make sense with Chelsea was Ibrahimovic. That crook one of them was the only one that makes sense because the man did us different. That was a different manager, bro. That was a different guy. You get me? Yeah, so he was a different being, and that was the whole situation with that Chelsea team. You understand me? I say him ruthless in every single way. Him ruthless in spending, him ruthless in sacking. That man was all about trophies. Nothing else. That man was all about trophies. You know what I mean? And you have to understand, you have to respect a winner. A winner find a way. Winners find a way. And whatever way him find for win, him do it. Because I saw him see it fit for him win. You know what I mean? See that? Right now we still talk about him almost what? Almost how long do he leave? You know what I mean? So I guess that proved a point. You know what I mean? Him left his mark. He didn't leave his mark. So yeah. I don't care. The history says we have 2 European trophies. We do have our 2 European trophies, and they can't take that away from us. But the point I'm making is this. The Champions League is the one that we want. So they can tout about whatever they want and all of that. Whenever you see we win the Champions League, those touting stop. That gonna be no more. That gonna be no more. So I just want my team to get it together this season and just up them game. You know what I mean? I need us to up our game and make it work, make it happen. Because we came close last season, bro. We came close last season. Very, very close last season. And we want to make sure that this season is a different season. We now ease up. We can't take our foot off of the gas. We have to keep on accelerating. You know what I mean? Because the moment we ease up, team pass with. And a lot of team out there want the same thing what we want. You know what I mean? But wanting it and being and have the determination for it is 2 different things. Our manager, hungry. Our manager, hungry. You know what I mean? Arteta wants to succeed bad. He wants to succeed bad. Did y'all see that look in his eyes when he lost the Champions League, bro? Did y'all see that look in his eyes when he lost the Champions League? When he lost the Champions League, that hurt him. And it's just like him always telling players, take that hurt and ball it up in a ball of fire and give it to the opposition. That's what I need Arteta to do. Take that hurt from the Champions League, ball it up in a ball of fire and push it hard on the opposition and make it happen. That's what I want Arteta to do. You get me? Yeah. Gotta be in it to win it. Chelsea complete club football. As I said, we don't enter. We're gonna be in the next club football World Cup though, so it's fine. It's fine. AFC said Beyonce using Tottenham trophy cabinet as a changing room because it's the biggest empty space in the ground. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what? Da da dee do. Da da dee. Hey, people, hear me I say. When you hear me I say, AFC I take it to you know. AFC I take it to you know. Me I read out what the man I say. I'm just reading out the truth that the man is speaking. Anyway, big up yourself, AFC, of course. Jojo said Arsenal is cursed in Europe. Maybe they should go after Europa or conference because league and work their way up. Jojo, you sound like a Tottenham fan. You sound like a Tottenham fan. Are you a Tottenham or Chelsea say support again? Me forget. But you sound like one of them fans that were just not a big club. You sound like one of them come up big club there. We just not understand the space in the football. You can't look on big Arsenal and talk them foolish, brother. You look on big Arsenal and tell Arsenal if you can start from the Conference League come up. Disrespectful. The disrespect that we face sometimes, you see, people, it's unreal, you know. The man I look on the champions of England. And I thought them, yo, brother. Brother, you're talking to the champs, you know. I wonder if you understand you're talking to the champs. Champions. 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 Champion. You don't know who you're talking to. Anyway, Ken Joe said the Tottenham Hotspur is a business firm. The own just realized it's a football club. The money was always there. Mr. Levy, dog. You put on Mr. for leaving him? Jaja, your club still. Nah, girl, on your owners. Leave it again. Leave it gone, right? Anyway, instead leave it, set it so the club can spend the money now. Why I never did it when he was there, though? Didn't he want success? Didn't he want success? I don't know. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What if money you don't make it? You have Garrett Bale money. You have what if money you make enough fam? What if money you make, man? Yeah. AFC said F Tottenham. Jojo said champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. Big club chant that. When y'all say champions of Europe still, y'all talking about the Europa League and the Conference Cup. That's the sad thing about it. Y'all talking about the Europa League and the Conference Cup. That's what y'all talking about. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't see no champions of Europe being serious about y'all chant. You know what I mean? Big up Max in the building. Big up Max. Big up on the damn self. People, make sure y'all subscribing. Subscribe to the thing. Because we coming. We have the watch along tomorrow. Now we're doing the watch along tomorrow. Yes, people, we're doing the watch along tomorrow. Of course. First game of the season. Arsenal. Y'all got to be joking. We're doing the watch along. We be here. Up and running. Live and early too. Yeah, man. Live and early too. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all notification on. And y'all doing the right thing. Alright. Breaking news. Tottenham using their stadium for a go-kart race. Under 12 tomorrow. No joke though. Tottenham have one of the finest stadiums in the Premier League. You know what I mean? Tottenham have one of the finest stadiums in the Premier League. And Tottenham is causing Arsenal to step up their game in terms of getting our stadium refurbished. I remember our stadium good. We just freaking have a new stadium. And we have to really fixed up already. 10 years now. 10 years? Something like that. 10 years now. We have to fix up with stadium in order to catch up with the neighbors. Because we can't. People, the truth and the truth. We can't afford to Tottenham have a better stadium now. No, we can't afford that. No. So we have to refurbish through stadium. They go straight to the heart again. You know what I mean? And go over them. Tottenham make money off of them stadium. You know what I mean? And that's where Arsenal want to be too. Arsenal want to use their stadium for multi-purpose. You know what I mean? Just like Real Madrid and all of them. You know what I mean? That's the in thing now. Tottenham did them things smart. And that them do. They realize that they can't make no money off of football, so might as well make it off of something else. Might as well make it off of something else. They can't make it off of football, so make it off of something else. You understand? Yeah. Max said I have to say Arsenal are the best team in London. Bro, that's not true. No, Max, me not gonna agree with that. No. No. Arsenal are the best team in England at this present moment. Fix that statement, Max. Retype it. Max, retype that statement. Retype it. Fix it and send it again. Fix it and send it again. We were the best team in London when we were just in that little cube over in London. We're no longer a London team. We're an England team, bro. We have the trophy to show it. We have the trophy to show it. So, Max, hear what me say now. Fix a statement and send it back, my brother. Do it, man. Max, do it, man. Fix it and send it back, Max. Please. Fix a statement and send it back. Make people understand what I go on. You have to fix it and send it back. Make people understand what is actually going on, Max. London, we're the best team in England, man. We're for sure people and we have to make people understand. Yeah. I'm not sure why y'all are saying Tottenham. I'm a Chelsea supporter. You know, the only club with not one but two Champions League in London. Oh, yeah, y'all love low ball. Y'all love low ball. Yeah, man, y'all punch underneath the belt all the time. All the time. Y'all go for the underneath the belt punch. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. It's all good. Ken Joseph making money. Yeah, the man never make money for show. Never make money for show and then can buy a player now. You know what I mean? Them can buy a player now. Them are going hard. So we have to talk it out. We have to talk it out. Yep. Okay, for now, Arsenal is the best in England. That me I talk about. Me never really like the fan now situation still, but nevertheless, we're gonna work with it. The best in England, so we're gonna work with it. That is it. For now. Me not too like the for now they the for now they kind of bug me, but it's okay. I've been supporting Arsenal since 1987. Damn, bro. What have Tottenham ever won apart from a League Cup under George Graham and Man United gave them a European trophy? Yeah, Man United gave them a trophy for real, you know. That was the worst final I've ever watched. I thought Arsenal and Chelsea European final was bad, but that beat them by far, bro. You know what I mean? That was the worst final I've ever watched, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? That final was crazy. Crazy. Poor. Never think a final could get poor than that final was poor. Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. People, remember we have a game tomorrow. We have a game tomorrow. The Premier League is back again. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for the Premier League to come back. You know? I've been waiting for the league to come back. Just like y'all. I know everybody been waiting for the league to come back. You get me? And Arsenal take on Coventry tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yes, Arsenal take on Coventry tomorrow. But before we go over the Arsenal Coventry situation, we have to talk about Miles Lewis-Kelly. We have to talk about Miles Lewis-Kelly. Big up Chin in the building. She'll say Gabriel Jesus to Barcelona. Taras. No, you see that Gabriel Jesus situation, they kind of sticky, you know. Gabriel Jesus seems like he's trying to run down his contract. My understanding is this. Gabriel Jesus have 1 year leave in order for him to get his British passport. Remember, the man have a family, kids, and all of that in England. And I don't think he want to leave England. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not think he wants to leave England. So I think he's trying to stick around, not leaving England. You know what I mean? If he get an English club, he might take it. But in turn down good moves away from England. So we see that he don't want to leave England. You know what I mean? We see that he don't want to leave. I think he's trying to make sure that he gets his British passport. You know what I mean? The man don't want to go back to Brazil league, man. He's a pro Brazilian, but he don't want to go back on a Brazil league, man. You know what I mean? And if you go start over again in one next country, if you go wait much years to get the next. No. London, England, that's the man thing there. You get me? Yeah, but the thing about it is, Arsenal is the reason why these players are doing, because Arsenal put these players on some big wages. True though. Gabriel, they have to go on them big wages if you get him from Manchester City. You know what I mean? We have to put him on them big wages. And we didn't need him at the time. You know what I mean? Yo, football can be a cruel sport, you know. Football can be a cruel sport. I feel like I say, we need for us. When they put them players on them big wages, them not going to leave, you know. Them not going to leave. You know what I mean? And if him run down in contract, he can go any club him want in England as a free agent. You know what I mean? And do good. You know what I mean? And do good. And Jojo said, if Arsenal retain the title this upcoming season, I have no reason but to respect it. This is a season where the top 6 will be firing on all cylinders. I like that, Jojo. Jojo, me like that. Honestly, me like the respect where you show to Arsenal Football Club at the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you go there around because you remember the community, you remember the channel. So, me know you go there around. You know what I mean? So, we're going to talk about this again. So, hopefully, by the end of the season, you're going to be showing us a lot more respect on this channel. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You just say it, you know, Jojo. You're going to do it. Yeah. Chin's a good point. Rival fans cry more. I find it embarrassing that rival fans wanted to be at our parade. There is no way I would turn up at some people else parade if you were a football club. If your football club didn't win it. I don't think that all those people there was Arsenal fans for real. You know what I mean? 1.5 million people in that little space there. I mean, like, probably 1.3 million are Arsenal fans out there. But the other 200,000 there are rival fans in an Arsenal jersey. Arsenal have a lot of undercover fans, you know. Yeah, man. What the undercover fans, man? We're talking truth. We don't have to talk truth and shame the devil. We don't need to talk truth and shame the devil, people. We all know this. We all know this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Big up Baker. I have to check out that player. I don't know much about him yet. I'll have to check him out. I will check him out. Yeah, man, we'll check him out. Don't worry. Don't know much about him yet. So I will check him out. I have to check him out to see what's going on with him. Alright? Big up yourself. Big up yourself. People, let's move on to the transfer about Miles Lewis-Kelly. Miles Lewis-Kelly has been under a lot of speculation in this entire transfer window. You know what I mean? About a move away. There was a bomber come out. You know what I mean? That Miles Lewis-Kelly was offered to Manchester United and Chelsea Football Club. I mean, like, of all the clubs in the world, of all the clubs in England, you're going to offer him to Manchester United and Chelsea? You know what I mean? But the good part about that is it was quickly rubbished. Quickly shoved out. You know what I mean? By Miles Lewis-Kelly camp. That is bullshit. Not Nogoso. You know what I mean? That was quickly rubbished by Miles Lewis-Kelly camp. And you know what I mean? And that was welcoming for the Arsenal fans who was having a meltdown over the situation. When I say meltdown, Arsenal fans was having a total meltdown. Here we are, looking at two nice academy players. Two future stars at Arsenal. In the terms of Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Kelly. Ethan Nwaneri already went out on loan because he couldn't find a place in the squad, because he himself has been inconsistent. And we understand Ethan Nwaneri's situation and his inconsistency. He has been inconsistent and we can't grow on it. We can't lie about it. He has been inconsistent. Right? And he was sent out on loan to gain some experience and to gain a lot of stuff. Now, I mean, that loan never working in favor. That is truth. That loan did not work in Ethan Wanera's favor. Right? Okay. Miles Lewis-Kelly was on the bench for most of last season. No going around that. That's where he was. He was on the bench for most of last season. And the attitude of the kid amazed me. Because not only was he just on the bench, he wasn't moaning, he wasn't grumbling, nothing at all. Whenever you see somebody from Arsenal score a goal, Miles Lewis-Kelly is the first one on the field celebrating that goal with his teammate. You know what I mean? That's a supporter. That's a boy that love Arsenal. You get me? Him not sit down and him not sulk up and him not bakes up. No. Him sit him ass on that bench and him wait him turn. You ever hear? Wait a turn? You have to wait your turn. Wait your turn. Him understand say him younger than the rest. And him understand say him still have a lot to learn. Him sit on that bench and him wait in turn. The left back position that he was playing in, very difficult to get in with those two left back that we have over there. And Cappy and Kelly Flory, you have to have something special to take them two men out of that. However, Miles Lewis-Kelly preferred position is not a left back, it's in the midfield. Is that number 8 position. That's Miles Lewis-Kelly preferred position. Hold on, people, give me a second. Guys, hear me? Yes, people. My apologies, my apologies. Important situation that I had to take. Anyway. So, Miles Lewis-Kelly. That's where I was. So, Miles Lewis-Kelly has been on the bench, sitting down, cheering on everybody. You know what I mean? When they score and all of that. And in the meantime, he was doing secret training with Mikel Arteta. You know what I mean? He was doing secret training with Mikel Arteta in that midfield. Sitting down, waiting on him turn. The thing is, you know, there's a lot of things that went on in the Arsenal team throughout that season. Because we witnessed Zubimendi being burnout. Burnout, people, because of too much game. You understand what I say? In burnout because of too much game. Declan Rice worse. Declan Rice, I think, played the most minutes in Arsenal, probably in the Premier League to backside. You know what I mean? When you see Declan Rice in England team, the man can hardly walk when he don't play. And him still fighting, give him all. You know what I mean? We understand and we accept. We love the warrior mentality. You know what I mean? We appreciate it. We do appreciate it. But they needed an extra midfielder. And that's where Miles Lewis-Kelly came in. He's a kid that played there as a kid growing up. And that's his position. You know what I mean? What happened? He was training there. And the moment Miles Lewis-Kelly got the chance, the opportunity, he took it with both hands. When I say take it with both hands. And then grab it and him hold it and him run on. And him not let it go. You understand what I say? Him run with it and he did not let it go. You understand what I say? And that guarantee him a spot in the starting 11 in the Champions League final. That was fantastic. Patience, hard work, determination. That's what got him where he was. He finished the season strong. Never started out so strong, but he finished the season strong. as a midfielder. I never understand why the rumors keep on circulating about Miles leaving. I never get it. Because how is it not Miles going to finish so strong? Because they buy Bruno. I didn't see Bruno as a replacement. I see Bruno as a player that needed to be bought. You know what I mean? Because of the amount of game time that we're going to have. You know what I'm saying? The amount of playing time that we're going to have, we need players to make it work. Make it happen. Miles Lewis Kelly started the preseason. And him still not look back. Miles Lewis Kelly is still not looking back at all. Him focus, him like him have a tunnel vision. Just going forward. And him make it work and him make it happen. It's a breath of fresh air. It's refreshing for Mikel Arteta to come out today and say Miles Lewis Kelly is not for sale. So guess what? All on the top now. A bit on the stop now. Okay? Me don't want to hear nothing more about the Miles Lewis Kelly situation to Manchester United or Chelsea or nowhere at all. Miles Lewis Kelly is a Arsenal boy. True and true. Arsenal running in vain. He not the intention of going away. He no want going away. This is home. And this is it for him. You know what I mean? So respect to Mikel Arteta for letting us know and letting us not worry about Miles Lewis Kelly leaving. Ethan Wanere might leave on loan. It's said that Arsenal has changed their stance, right? And they are no longer willing to sell Ethan Wanere. They want to sell him out on loan, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? That is fantastic because he was up for sale. You know what I mean? He was up for sale. So the fact that they probably going to put him on loan now is good. You know what I mean? It's welcoming. And we appreciate that. Look, these are the future of the club. And the future of the club then. And we have to treat the future like the future generation. We can't mess around with our future. That don't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. So, I'm happy. I'm happy. Miles have a lot to learn from Bruno because Miles and Bruno are similar players to me. They are similar players. They are both players that defend and attack. They are both players that attack space and they are both players that make them kind of passes through. You know what I mean? So, people, Bruno Guimaraes is the right person to be Miles Lewis Kelly mentor. You know what I mean? I'm being honest with you. So, that's where I see that. And I think that's going to blossom. Just watch out for it. Alright? Jojo said, give us Miles in exchange for Madwake. I know, Jojo, I know you was on something, Just don't know what it is. I know you was on something. I know you was on something. AFC said, apparently Bruno Guimaraes is available after going off last Sunday against Manchester City. For me, play the same midfield and rest Rice. I agree with you 100%. But I don't think anything was wrong with Bruno Guimaraes. I think it was about, remember it was his debut. He still haven't had any real preseason. He only played one game. Some minutes in one game, I should say. You know what I mean? So it was still all about managing Bruno minutes and also allowing Declan Rice to get some minutes of his own. Miles Lewis Kelly is the one that has the legs right now. So they allow him to stay. And I agree with you in saying that they should start the same midfield. But we're going to go to the starting level. Because we haven't been there yet. So we are going to go to the starting level, people. And let's see if we can do a prediction. Let's see if we can do a prediction of Arsenal starting level against Coventry. You know what I mean? You guys can drop your starting level in the box. Let me know what your starting level is like. Who would you like to see start? You know what I mean? From the goalkeeper straight to the striker. The goalkeeper is very simple. But the midfield option and the striker is where some issues might be. So, people, let me know what kind of starting level y'all we're going to push out for tomorrow's game against Coventry City. Frank Lampard and the Coventry team was so impressive coming up. Let's see what kind of starting level we're going to push out and let's see how we're going to do with the starting level. You know what I mean? Yeah. AFC said Bruno Guimaraes last Sunday went off for a slight pull on his hamstring. Oh, interesting. I didn't read that. I didn't read that. But we're happy that he's okay because we didn't buy him so he can just start his first game and just went off and just go on the injury list. I mean, like, Arsenal injury list is scary. You know what I mean? Very, very scary. But yeah, I'm happy that Bruno is good. All right, people, let's do this. Starting 11 that I would like to see. It's not what Arteta going to do, you know. I don't know what Arteta going to do. But the starting level that I would like to see for tomorrow. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. Big up Jet Life. Big up Jet Life. Jet Life's a Raya. So Jet Life is only starting Raya. In the entire game. For the entire starting level. Jet Life only has Raya. Big up Jet Life. So let's go through it, people. Let's talk about it. So, starting level for tomorrow game. Who would we like to see and why? You know what I mean? It's not just about who would we like to see, but who would we like to see and why? You know what I mean? Let's start in the goal. So, in the goal, we're going to have David Raya, of course, just like Jet Life say. You know what I mean? Go with the same 11 that beat Manchester City. Okay, so AFC going with the same 11 that beat Manchester City. You know what I mean? LOL, big up Riley, big up myself, Jet Life, man. Of course, appreciate you for passing through. People, remember, good man, put a like on the channel, alright? Put a like on the channel. That is it, but that is it. So, let's see if we can go to the starting level. David Raya. Really and truly, there's nobody else. You know what I mean? There is actually nobody else. David Raya is who we have to use in goal. You know what I mean? He is our talisman. He is our keeper. David Raya is just David Raya. You know what I mean? It's just David Raya, full stop. That's all needed to be said about that. David Raya, full stop. Understand? That is it. All right. Let's move on from David Raya. Over on the left, we have Nketiah and we have Califlori, people. Who are we going to start? Last season, do you remember who scored the opening goal for Arsenal? Premier League campaign. Last season, the opening goal for Arsenal was scored by none other than Ricardo Califlori. And this season, I'm going to start Ricardo Califlori because I'm looking for that same effect. That same devastation that he caused Manchester City in the Community Shield. That's what teams fear. Ricardo Califlori is a different kind of beast. He's a striker, he's a defender, he's a goalkeeper. I never see one somebody play much position on a field at the same time yet. Never. That brother there is special. And we're starting for the opening game of the season. So yes, Ricardo Califlori starts for me in the opening game of the season. Right? In the defense, I ain't gonna lie, Kansa is a little bit too late for this. Because Kansa is really, that's what we're buying for. You know what I mean? That's what we're buying for. But he might go have to sit out that one because I don't even think he's registered yet for play. I think he's gonna be unveiled tomorrow. Yeah, I think he's gonna be unveiled tomorrow. So I don't think he's ready yet for it. But he's gonna be at the stadium tomorrow. He's gonna be unveiled tomorrow. So yeah, he should be available for the following game on the following Monday. So let's see. Let's see. So let's move on from that. So for that midfield, I'm gonna go with Mosquera. You know what I mean? Mosquera has proven himself time and time again. You know what I mean? When either Gabriel Magalhaes is missing or Saliba is missing, you know what I mean? He has played there and he has done fantastic. Remember, Mosquera started in the Champions League final. You know what I mean? Even though it was at right back, but nevertheless, he started and it was brilliant. You know what I mean? He was brilliant. So I think Mosquera can do the job. I don't think people saying that why we buy Cancer when we have Mosquera. Cancer is not a replacement for Mosquera. Cancer is an additional to Mosquera because Mosquera might gonna have to be playing over on the right hand side. You know what I mean? Because we have Ben White who is injury prone and we have Timber who is still injured. You know what I mean? So we don't want to be overloading Ben White with too much games. So we're gonna need Mosquera to give him a break. You know what I mean? To substitute him and something like that. So Mosquera has his fair share to play and he still can play in that centre back role. You know what I mean? So yeah. So Mosquera starts for me in the right centre back. And everybody knows that the beast have to start in Gabriel Magalhaes, Mr. Arsenal. The beast have to start, people. So we're going to start the beast over on the left hand side, the left centre back. Mr. Gabby, the king of Brazil. You understand me I say? Yes, people. If you're name Gabby, Magalhaes, you're not the king of Brazil. So every other Brazilian, I think, respect the king of Brazil. Alright? That is it. Over on the right hand side, people, we're going to do Benjamin White. Benjamin White has marvelously recovered from that injury that will keep him out of the Champions League final. You can see how that hurt him, you know. We can see how that hurt him. That hurt Ben White. Honestly, hurt him. That Champions League final will never get to play. You know what I mean? I'm thinking he's going to do well, but nevertheless, that hurt him. He's back. Ben White is back again. And Ben White have to start for me. You know what I mean? Because of what he brings to the team. You know what I mean? In the attacking sense. So Ben White starts for me. You know what I mean? Ben White starts for me. Big up Red Skull in the building. Red Skull, how you been, bro? How you been? Been a minute. But big up your damn self, of course. Just reach home half a piece of work. I know the vibes, bro. I know the vibes. Work. When you have work, you have to take it, you know. And you know the thing. Yeah, man. So, people, remember to like the stream, alright? Yeah, man. Remember to do that thing now. Like the stream. So, Ben White is our right back. So far, we have Raya. We have Ben White. We have Mosquera. We have Gabriel Magalhaes. And we have Califlori. That's my back line right there. I'm going to start the same midfield, though. I'm going to be starting the same midfield. Because there's no way, shape, or form we drop Miles Lewis-Kelly. No way Miles Lewis-Kelly sit this one up. No. Miles Lewis-Kelly has been on fire all preseason. He has shown his love, he has shown his determination, and he has shown that he can compete. He has done it. You know what I mean? So Miles Lewis-Kelly is going to keep his shirt in this starting lineup in the opening game of the season. So he finished the season as a starter, and he must start the season as a starter for me. You know what I mean? Not starting Declan Rice people as much as I want to. But guess what? He need rest. He still need some rest. So I'm going to start Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes is going to get his Premier League debut in this Arsenal team. Yes. He's going to get him Premier League debut. Right? Bruno Guimaraes is getting his Premier League debut. Over on the left hand side, y'all know, bro, this player has made an impact so much in this team since his arrival. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that is what we need going forward solely because we still need a marquee signing over on that left flank. We need a devastation. But this player does the simple things right. He made the simple look simple. You know what I mean? He's an assist machine. 2 assists in his first competitive game. Real competitive game in the Community Shield. We're talking about none other than Christopher Zallis. Christopher Zallis is like a Alex Sanchez, is like a Cazorla, and is like a Trossard, all ball up in a one. Him have the qualities at the end, except the skills. You know what I mean? You can't say I'm not real, he's not a skillful player. But he don't need to be a skillful player to be as effective, and you can see that. He's very efficient. You know what I mean? Whether he's going to assist you or he's going to score himself. It's very efficient. And Christopher Zallis is going to start over on the left-hand side for me. Right? I'm going to move over to the right. I'm not going to joke with the right-hand side because me feel like Saka fit already. I think that Saka fit already. So me, I'm going to start Saka. Me not joke about that. You get me? I'm starting Saka. I have a prediction, people. And I think this season is a season for Saka. And I predict that Saka going to give us over 20 goals this season. You know what I mean? And we're going to win back the league. And anything else after that. You know what I mean? I want to say we want to win the Champions League too. I want to say something about the Champions League kind of different. You get me? But Saka scoring over 20 goals this season. Let me tell you why. You see the fact that Arsenal wanted to go for a superstar. Because we wanted to go for a superstar. That's the reason why we went after Vinny Jr. We needed a superstar to bring this club. But we have Saka. So if Saka is our superstar, why we went for a superstar? Because Saka is not a superstar, he's a superstar, right? So Saka is supposed to sit back and look into himself and look at that. And know himself need to step up. That's supposed to hurt him. He need to be hurt. Me want him saying hurt. Me want him saying vex. And me want him show it on the field. Yeah. Me want him vex and me want him show it on the field. You get me? So yeah, Saka. My thing is Saka gonna score over 20 goals this season. Because of him vexation and how him feel towards what go down with the situation with Vinny Jr. You know what I mean? Him need to be hurt, man. Him need to be hurt. Me back that hurt the way I'm gonna feel hurt 100%. You understand me? Yes, I. So that is one. So Saka start for me over on the right hand side because I truly, honestly believe that Saka is ready. I believe that Saka is fit and ready. Not just ready, fit and ready. Right? We kind of get a little bit sticky now. Is the forward line. But before we go to the forward line, we have to get the skipper. You know what I mean? Because we have to start the skipper. When Captain Martin Odegaard play, the team ticks. When Captain Martin Odegaard plays well, we win. We look flawless. We look... Bro, listen. Martin Odegaard is the player that going to lead Arsenal also into victory. Believe, no man. Believe. You know what I mean? Believe. Him go and do it. You know what I mean? He has had a not so good season. You know what I mean? He has had a season that's not have no whole heap of good run. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But nevertheless, he has been here now. He was at the World Cup and he did well in the World Cup. You get me? He did well in the World Cup. And the two preseason games that he played so far was fire. It was fantastic. So, big up to Martin Odegaard. And we're looking for something special from him this season. Special from him this season. No joke about it. Right? Where we have a problem now is the forward. The strikers. Is either we're going to go Victor Gyökeres or Kai Havertz. Two different profiles. Two total different striker people. You know what I mean? While I'm talking people, let me know which one of the strikers you want to start, man. Let me know which one of the strikers that y'all started in your starting lineup for this game. You know what I mean? Let me know which one of the strikers tickle you that you feel can do it. You know what I mean? Victor Gyökeres or Kai Havertz. Two different profile. Two different strikers. Which one fit what we're trying to do? Which one fit? Are we looking for the workhorse, rough, robust kind of striker in Victor Gyökeres? Are we looking for somebody who's going to link up play and make us smoother, better and transition and stuff like that and Kai Havertz? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a sticky situation. You know what I mean? And initially, I went for Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? Initially, I went for Kai Havertz. But I just think that this Coventry team can be a little bit cocky. You know what I mean? Because they want to prove a point and they want to show their strength. I just think they're going to be a little bit cocky. And just because of that, I think that Victor Gyökeres might be the player to start this game tomorrow. So I think I'm going to lean on Victor Gyökeres to start the game tomorrow. Just because I think he's going to get that space and that freedom to be devastating. You know what I mean? And that would do a lot for his confidence. That would definitely do a lot for his confidence. So let's see. Let's see. Guys, let me know what y'all think about the starting level that I choose. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think about the starting level that I choose. The starting level is David Raya, Ricardo Calafori, Mosquera, Gabriel Magalhaes, Ben White. We have Bruno Guimaraes. We have Miles Lewis-Kelly. We have Zalis over on the left. We have Saka over on the right. We have Captain Martin Odegaard in the middle. And then we're going to have Victor Gyökeres as the gunman up front. You understand what I'm saying, people? That is what I am looking forward to. That is what I think going to bring us that 3 points. My score prediction is 4-0. 4-0. You know what I mean? Odegaard, Saka, Victor Gyökeres, and Miles Lewis-Kelly. 4 different score. That's what I think. I think Miles continue on the scoring form, people. I think Miles continue to show who he is and what he's about. You know what I mean? I don't think Miles is up. People, I think it's going to be a problem for you to drop Miles out of the squad. I think it's going to be a problem for Arteta to drop Miles Lewis-Kelly from this squad. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. You know what I mean? And I have no doubt about it. That Miles is going to show up and he's going to turn up. You know what I mean? We start our campaign tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fire. We're going to do a watch along. Don't forget. We're going to be doing a watch along tomorrow. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all notification on. You know what I mean? Because we're going to do the damn thing. So, it's been a fun stream. You know what I mean? It's been a fun stream. All of y'all turning out. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for turning out. We will do this again tonight. You know what I mean? I have a morning stream coming in. I might just start that morning stream tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yeah, I might just start that morning stream tomorrow. But if I'm going to start it, I'm going to put up that notification. So y'all will see that. Jet Live said this season is going to be wrapped up by December. Damn, bro. That is crazy. That's mad. That's mad. So you tell me we ain't gonna lose a game by from tomorrow to December. That's something. That'll be something special. If we wrap up this season early, we can put all our eggs in the Champions League basket. You know what I mean? But it's not that easy, Jet Life. It's not that easy. It is not that easy. We wish it was that easy. You know what I mean? I'm not really underestimating the teams that are in the league. You know what I mean? I'm not underestimating the hungry managers that are here. You know what I mean? Because these managers are hungry. They want to win. They don't want Arteta to take the pie all by himself. I promise you guys. That's not it. They don't want Arteta to take all this glory for himself. You know what I mean? So they're going to be here to compete. Especially when they come out to play in Arsenal, you know. Especially when they come on to play in Arsenal. They're going to be here to compete when it comes on to play Arsenal. You know what I mean? As much as that starting level that I just mentioned was fire, do you guys imagine our bench? We have a whole another starting level on the bench. You know? We have a whole another starting level on the bench. You get me? So you're going to be fire. We're going to have people that could be in the starting level that are going to be left out of the squad. People that could be in the starting level are going to be left out of the squad. So it's sweet to have the squad that we have, and we still want to build on it. You know what I mean? We're still trying to build on the squad that we have. That's the sweetest part about it, because we still need more. As I said, we need an elite left winger. You know what I mean? Yildi's name is circulating hard right now. You know what I mean? And in the transfer, Arsenal is still kind of looking at with as one eye on Julian Alvarez situation. I don't know why they don't let that go. You know what I mean? But they still kind of have one eye on this Julian Alvarez situation. So we will figure out what's going on. I can't wait for this transfer window, the short man, so we can focus on the players that we have. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would like us to get the players that we want. So we get the players that we want, close the transfer window so we can focus on the games and the players that we have. But this transfer window is distracting, man. They need to make the transfer window close when the Premier League starts. You know what I'm saying? Just make more sense to me. So people would have to do their business early and do it on time. You know what I mean? Just make more sense to me. But I think Arsenal still have more transfer to do. I say we're still going to have more transfer to do, and we're going to do it. You know what I mean? We're going to do it. But until then, we have to wait. I think Konza revealed tomorrow. at the Emirates before the kickoff. It's fantastic. Hey, what a way to get introduced, man. What a way to get introduced. Beginning of the season. In front of your home fans. You know what I mean? That's a sweet way to be introduced, man. I think the medical was done today, so all should be well and all should be wrapped up. So we should have no problems at all. At all. So, yeah. But it is what it is. People, thank you guys for being here, man. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. You know what I mean? Make sure you are smashing them likes, people. Like the channel. You know what I mean? Make sure you are liking the channel. Liking the channel does help us, you know what I mean, reach new heights. You know what I mean? Reach new people. So we can have a prosperous and a healthy live. You get that? Live. Yeah, man. So, yeah, do the damn thing. So whenever y'all come on the stream, man, just hit the like button at the same time. You know what I mean? And let's take it from there. Right? But tomorrow is the beginning of the Premier League. We will be back again tonight. Later on, probably another 5-6 hours, in another hour or so. We will be back again discussing more about tomorrow's game. You know what I mean? And whatever new updates we get. You know what I mean? It's pretty much a freestyle later on. So just come with an open mind and come ready to talk about your club. You know what I mean? And what your club is about and what's going on with your club. So don't be afraid, man. Come and let's talk about your team tomorrow and all of that. It's a football thing. You know what I mean? It's a football thing. So we welcome it all. You know what I mean? We welcome it all. And we're right here to do it all over again tomorrow. So people, this is Riley's World. And y'all know, it's the home of the Premier League champions. We kick off our game tomorrow. And it's going to be fantastic. You know what I mean? I already showed you my starting level. You guys can go ahead and put down below the starting level that you guys think will do the job, you know. You know what I mean? You guys can do it. And here we go, people. We have a breaking news, right? You know, I always wanted to do this, you know. I always wanted to do a breaking news right on here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Finally. Breaking news. It's not about Arsenal, though, but it's still a breaking news, right? Breaking news are breaking news. It's not about Arsenal, but it's still about breaking news. So the breaking news is that Tottenham reached verbal agreement with Manchester City to sign Savinho. Here we go. Tottenham. Then determined the right to do. You know what I mean? Tottenham determined the bongo jungle. You know what I mean? Tottenham reached verbal agreement, people, to sign Savinho. Club-to-club verbal agreement in place tonight with Savi set to travel for medical. Yep. Good news for Tottenham. They've been aggressive. Real aggressive in the transfer market. This whole transfer window. You know what I mean? They've been real aggressive. So, and they've been aggressive with this player for a while now. You know what I mean? They've been aggressive with this player for a while now. So, them finally get them breakthrough. So, big up to Tottenham. The biggest cruise. Big up yourself, biggest. Big up yourself, brother. Keep going. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the strength. Man. Appreciate the love. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Appreciate it. So, yes, guys, that's a breaking news. I always wanted to do a breaking news on here. And I get it before I go. But we're gonna get a breaking news while I'm sitting right here for Arsenal too, you know. Just wait. We're gonna be a big one too. If we come up with my own style, like one of them, here we go there. You know what I mean? Come up with my own style. But big up everybody for joining, man. Big up everybody for tuning into the chat. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody for being here. You know what I mean? Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Thanks to everyone for the likes. You know what I mean? And we will see you again later on. We'll be back again tonight for another stream. Alright? So until then, peace, people. This is Riley's World. Guess what? I'm out.